following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Welcome in, everybody. I'm Devin O'Day. It's Waggin Tales Wednesday, one of my favorite days. And today we're going to go to Mount Juliet to talk about something very special, a place that always gets my dollars when it comes to the big payback every May. And it's a very wonderful place. And if you don't know about the Old Dog Sanctuary, well, we're going to tell you about it later in the show and see what they do. We're going to talk a little bit about homesteading and why people are becoming so interested in homesteading and maybe getting a piece of property and putting a tiny home on it. There are all sorts of things happening, including a tiny home music festival coming up this weekend. The Wilson County Fair, Tennessee State Fair starts tomorrow night, and I'm going to be there on the Fiddler's Grove stage with a bunch of great musicians, and I hope that you're going to be there too. We're going to start out with our friends at Farm Credit because they help people start their little backyard farm dreams to great big operations. They have knowledgeable people that are actual farmers who can guide you in how to do what you do. If you've always dreamed of not necessarily farming, a lot of people don't dream of having a farm, but they do dream of not being held over a barrel when it comes to feeding their families. And they have a lot of great information. And once you start being less and less vulnerable and taking care of yourself, and the first time that your kid plants a tomato and it grows and they harvest that tomato, nothing tastes quite as good as something you've grown. I promise you.
That's just a beautiful place to be.
Yeah.
Watch the sun come up every day and see all the cows and the new births and everything like that. That's what makes it special. Anybody bury all that money in the dirt and then leave it up to the weather. You better love what you're doing or it's just not going to be that good.
We're blessed.
We are.
We've
been blessed. There's no doubt at all about that. You farm because you love it.
e-farmcredit.com. If you've got a dream, you don't even have to have it all planned out. Just if you have a dream, talk to those folks. There's somebody in every county there, Middle Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio. That's Mid-America Farm Credit. Well, we're going to talk about the Wilson County Fair. It starts tomorrow night, and you can show up at the gate. Trust me, everybody else is. Well, let's say that you are in Franklin, Tennessee, and you realize there's some traffic slowdowns. Well, here's a little bit to tell you why there's some traffic slowdowns and those construction sites. Why? Let's go to Franklin and find out.
Today in Sullivan Farms, we are resurfacing the streets that we had previously milled, and we had already raised the castings. We upgraded all the handicap ramps. The total project will cost nearly $1 million with the upgrades of the handicap ramps and the total resurfacing project. This is a large project. We have phased it in 2 different phases. This is phase 1 of Sullivan Farms, and the total project is about 58,000 square yards, and we hope to get it completed within the next 2 weeks.
Thanks to our friends over at Franklin, Tennessee for letting us know what's going on the roads. We love stories that are happening right here all around Middle Tennessee. That's the stuff that affects us, really, don't you think? Well, I'll tell you what else affects us, and that is mental health. And the last 2 years have not just been about a crazy, horrible pandemic that affected a lot of families, but it's also the PTSD from some back-to-back weather events. And we were isolated in our homes when we had a terrible tornado that wiped out so many people. And that's just the beginning of the trauma when weather happens and we get destruction in our homes, dealing with insurance, dealing with supply chains, trying to get back into a home. Whew, it's a lot. And that has affected the mental health of a lot of people. And there, in fact, is a free program. Volunteer Behavioral Health has a free program. Did you hear me? There is a free program and is there to help you if you have had a hard time just dealing with all that you've been battered around and you were affected by the tornadoes or the floods. Let's see what there is to help for free.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
I think that's an amazing thing. Thank you, Melissa. We appreciate you helping us get the word out. And if you know somebody, I want you to make sure to send them a copy of this program. FSS, follow, subscribe, and share. But we depend on you to get the good word out because we get things on this show. To be on this show, people say, well, what does it take? Does it help people? Does it inform people? And does it inspire people? That's usually it. It's we love positive stories. I love tiny homes, don't you? I don't know if I could ever live in one, but maybe I could. I kind of have this little dream tucked away. And if you do, you will love this wonderful makeover of a rustic little cabin, tiny home in Tennessee. Did you get some ideas? I got lots of ideas. The same company who did that restoration on a Tennessee cabin is having an actual tiny home music festival this weekend. It's this weekend, and we can tell you all about it, but it's going to look a little bit like this. The People's Tiny Home Music Festival is coming to Nashville. That was actually in Loveland, Colorado, but our Tennessee Tiny Home Music Festival, August 20th and 21st, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. All sorts of ideas for decorating, whether it's the makeover of a bus or the makeover of a shipping crate, or maybe one of those little portable homes, portable houses that you might have all the shovels and stuff stored in. Well, guess what? They're going to tell you how to turn that into tiny home living. And a lot of that has to do with the homesteading movement. People are saying, you know what, I can't afford a house in Nashville anymore. So they're looking a little bit further out. They're looking at, well, you know, how can I downsize? How can I create a different life living a different way? And they will have that this weekend at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, and it's going to be fantastic. The Tiny Home Music Festival, Tennessee Tiny Home Music Festival. Well, coming up in September, ain't no better reason on the planet to have a festival than bacon. Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The third annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride. Visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah. There will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the third annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details. I love it. Today's question on Waggin Tales Wednesday. Send us your favorite animal shelter. And Victoria Limbanier, I'm telling you, girl, you have named off some really great ones, including A Place to Bark, my friend Bernie Berlin, Portland, Tennessee, and Horse Haven of Tennessee. Good choice. That is another good choice. And if anybody says anything bad about Proverbs 12:10 animal rescue, not that they would, but if they do, I will take my shoe off and beat them with it. I just love them. What that crew does is nothing short of sainthood. And I love my Robertson County Animal Control. They call themselves an animal control, but yeah, they're helping find homes for animals all the time. I've adopted a couple of golden retrievers from Robertson County Animal Control. And Victor, I've adopted 3 dogs from A Place to Bark. Good on you. Good on you. They do so much good work. And my friend Bernie Berlin, if you need a place to put your dollars, look in the comments below. And any of those places deserve your attention. Tell you what deserves attention, and that is fire control and fire prevention and fire staffing in all of our counties. Let's go to Murray County now and see what's happening in Columbia.
During the past 5 to 10 years, we've seen an unprecedented amount of growth in the city of Columbia, and now our fire department is up to 100 full-time personnel, and we're continuing to grow. As we see more and more energy and more development in our city with population increases, we're going to have to add more companies and more people to the 5 divisions that provide the services that we provide to the public. Our department is very busy. We respond to all types of emergencies. So as we continue to grow and our call volume continues to go up, we're going to need those people to provide those services every day.
We tried to follow suit with the original architecture of the building and simply expand it. We have a pretty large facility. I think all in all with the additions we're in the north of 17,000 square feet of changes. Some of the upgrades were improving the sleeping quarters for male and also creating segregated female sleeping quarters, which was very important. That's becoming a dynamic within our workforce today, and we need to make sure that we find facilities that can accommodate good productive growth in the male-female workforce. This particular building features a lot of administrative upgrades. We were able to add additional offices, a better firefighter lounge so we can give them their privacy so that they can better meet the needs of the public but yet serve the interest of the staff. We're doing a training conference area. So the general public will be able to have meetings here. They can also do training for the staff in one solid concise space. Very excited about the project and what it will do for the City of Columbia, the new operations and the additional abilities that this facility will have to take care of the needs of the community. It is a heavily trafficked fire station.
The renovations and the expansions of our main fire station on Carmack Boulevard has been a long time coming. Fire Station 1 was built in 1978, and city leaders at that time made an excellent choice with the location of that station because it's been able to provide coverage and protect our core downtown city for many years. The fact that we have demands from a growing community, the time to renovate and expand the facility has come. The renovations and the expansions of this fire station was the top priority by our city council with the current economic climate and construction costs arising. That's why we have already looked at the preliminary estimated construction budget for this project and have value engineered over $1 million in reduction in costs. And even with this value engineering, we have been able to protect the integrity of the renovations and the expansions of the project. We will have essentially a new fire station. It will be much more efficient in its layout. It would be much more efficient in its energy consumption. And just as the current station has served our community for over 40 plus years, this new station, which will be a 21st century fire station, will serve us for the upcoming 40 years.
A shout out all of our firefighters, and whether you're volunteer, whether you're on staff, because what you do is nothing short of heroic every single day. And I always say they go into a lot of the same places that policemen do, but without any kind of bulletproof vest or anything like that, because it's not just fighting fires anymore. It's saving lives, and that's what they do each and every day. So let's all tip our hat to our fire services folks, whether it is an EMT or whether it's an actual firefighter, someone who mans the desk and takes those 911 calls. You guys and gals deserve a lot of attention. Tell you what gets attention in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, where we have the Wilson Post. Well, we also now have the Mount Juliet Chronicle. Brand new paper, and we are for us, and we are part that we welcome them into our Main Street family. But I tell you, right there on Nonneville Road in Mount Juliet is a beautiful place. I just love them so much. And our Waggin Tales Wednesday story salutes the old dogs.
Approximately 3 million dogs enter the U.S. shelters each year. The adoption rate for younger dogs and puppies is about 60%, while the rate for senior dogs is only 25%. Senior dogs make up the bulk of euthanasia rates in U.S. shelters.
We take in senior dogs from partner shelters throughout Middle Tennessee. Our hope is to place them in forever foster homes. People are hesitant to adopt senior dogs because of their unknown medical history and the possible financial burden of caring for a senior. We take that factor out of the equation. We pay for the dog's medications, vet care, and preventatives for the rest of the dog's life, even while they are living with geezer guardians. Those that are not suitable for forever fostering due to more advanced medical or behavioral issues live a life of leisure here at the pavilions.
Dogs in our program receive laser therapy, underwater treadmill, acupuncture, and other treatments that aid in the comfort and longevity of our seniors. Hercules came to us from a rural shelter. He was found tied to a tree in the woods. And when he came to us, he had a terrible skin infection. He had ear infections in both ears. Hercules has recovered completely at this point. He's in a forever foster home now, and he is a completely different dog. Peaches came to us in a horrific state. She had little to no hair on her body. Her feet were so swollen that she didn't want to get up and walk. Peaches' recovery required a group effort from the grooming department, the medical department, and the physical therapy department. Peaches did resolve all of her skin and ear issues. She is also in a forever foster home and doing fantastic. Because she didn't grow her hair back, she has to wear some sunscreen, and her mom bought her some special outfits to wear when she goes out for her wine and cheese tasting. Every dog who enters our program is given a thorough evaluation to assess their needs and ensure individualized care is provided. When Lawrence arrived at the sanctuary, it was determined that he had a condition called discospondylitis, which is an infection in the spinal column that causes rear end mobility loss. To manage Lawrence's condition, our rehabilitation team performed laser treatment, acupuncture, and water therapy on him. While this helped for some time, it eventually became more challenging for Lawrence to walk, at which point he was fit with a set of custom wheels. No weather or terrain could keep him from moving. As his condition continued to worsen and his wheels were no longer an option, our staff ensured he could still enjoy fresh air from the comfort of his wagon with his signature smile as a permanent fixture on his face.
Y'all, I've just kind of verklempt. It just got me. I love that place so much, and they always get my meager donations. Big payback. The big payback is every May, and I love the Old Dog Sanctuary, and I love the Geezer Guardians. I am a Geezer Guardian. So you guys, if you want to know more about it, the Old Dog Sanctuary is on Nonneville Road in Mount Juliet. You can support them. I love you guys checking in with us. Our shelter shout today comes from my cousin, my family down in Louisiana. They always support the show. Our little Izzy was found in a trash dumpster along with the rest of her litter with rubber bands around their necks. Oh my God. Only Izzy and one sister was still alive. I brought her home, and she's been our special fur baby for the last 10 years. She suffered oxygen deprivation just long enough to make her a very interesting and fun pet. Oh, we love her so much. I wish I could upload a picture. She's so pretty. God bless you, Tim. That's just incredible. You guys have always shared. I'm sorry. My eyes might be leaking. Might be leaking. Hey, this weekend also, if you're going to Gatlinburg, the Gatlinburg Songwriters Festival is incredible, and most of the shows are free. GatlinburgSongwriters.com. It is in Gatlinburg, and the Gatlinburg Inn will be the center of everything fun when it comes to songwriting. But there are places all over. Just about any place that's a venue will have songwriters performing, and most of those shows are free. The listening room is up there. If you know the listening room in Nashville, the listening room in Gatlinburg's just like it, only it's in Gatlinburg. So enjoy yourself. Thank you, John Blackwell, for joining us today, and to Victoria and you guys who share. Hey, I know that some of you even messaged me and said, I can't be there today. Elizabeth, we missed you, but I know you'll watch on the replay. Hashtag replay if you watch. follow, subscribe, and share. We love to stay as positive as we can because the stuff going on in our area is not all bad and not all the news is bad. You're good people and good people gathering together, telling stories about what's happening in their lives. What can go wrong? Not a darn thing. Be safe, be kind, and remember, you are loved. Have a great rest of your day.
Nothing like the sunrise with your coffee in the morning, or taking a good book off the shelf. Another thing I love the most than being on my own is together with everybody else. Together, like a southern Sunday summer. Together, on my front porch with my friends. Together with who's ever there, standing next to me. Yeah.